Yo, what is up YouTube? Back with another video. Today, I'm going to be using the ESPN playoff machine to show you all the scenarios for the AFC playoff bracket for the 2020 to 2021 NFL season. Honestly, who cares about the NFC? And I say this because the 6-seed Colts beat the 1-seed Packers. And, come on. Just look at the records. The Washington football team is the 4-seed. Some of these teams are irrelevant. Every team in the AFC besides the Dolphins is just completely better than every team in the NFC. I believe that with a true heart. Honestly, that's facts. So let's look at the AFC. And we notice that, there's only one other team that's not shown here that could make the playoffs. That's the Baltimore Ravens. That is basically it. They're the only team that could make the playoffs. Why? Because they have the same record, 9-5. The Dolphins could lose, and the Ravens are probably going to win out. So let's look at the matchups. So I straight up believe the AFC is going to change. It's completely going to change on how the Titans and the Steelers perform. And I say this because the Steelers have two important games. They play the Colts week 16, week 17, they play the Browns. You notice 5-6, Colts and Browns, right? We look at the Titans, right? They have an important game against the Packers week 16. If they lose this game, they could drop to the wild card, and Tennessee could drop the wild card, and the Colts can win the division. And if they win the division and they also beat Pittsburgh, then Pittsburgh could drop to 4, Colts could go to 3. You never know. This is going to be crazy. But honestly, NFC matchups, who cares? So like I said, this really just revolves around if the Steelers win and the Titans win. So let's look at these games. Saints, Vikings, who cares? That's Saints. Buccaneers, Lions, Buccaneers. Cardinals, 49ers, Cardinals. And this game is very important too. The Raiders get eliminated if the Dolphins beat them. And the Dolphins stay in playoff contention if they win. And honestly, I think the Dolphins are going to win this game. Why? They played the Chiefs very well. And they played the Patriots decently well. And also the Raiders, their QB, the only good thing about their team, besides, of course, Darren Waller, is injured. Derek Carr, who's having a great season, is injured. Dolphins probably going to upset if it's considered one. Browns, Jets, probably Browns. Wouldn't be surprised if the Jets upset. Ravens, Giants, Ravens. This game is the most important, and I'll come back to that after I'm done picking every other game. Texans, Bengals, doesn't really matter. Bears, Jaguars, probably Bears, doesn't really matter. Falcons, Chiefs easily. Chargers, who cares, doesn't matter. This game is important for the NFC. I think Washington's going to win. If they win this game, they win the NFC East. So I think they will. Ultimately, this game doesn't matter. This game's important for the NFC West. The championship, this is probably, whoever wins this game wins the NFC West. So, I don't know, just give them a tie. I'm just joking. Honestly, I don't know who's going to win. The Rams beat them last time. They could beat them again. I'm 50-50. No idea who's going to win. We'll see, if the Rams win, they get 3rd seed. The Seahawks win, they get 3rd seed. See how important that one is, but who cares? I'm just going to pick the Rams randomly. Patriots, Bills. And this game is a very important game. Like I said, Steelers, Titans, Colts, Packers. This game, very important. Why? Because let's say the Colts win and the Titans lose. Now we see the Colts at 3. We see the Pittsburgh Steelers at 4. We see the Titans go to 6. The Steelers win. Titans win. Stay the same. Steelers win. Titans lose. We notice the Colts aren't even in the playoffs. You see how important this game is? This game is very, very, very important. I think Pittsburgh is going to get their stuff together. But honestly, they're choking. They're choking that game. And I think the Titans are probably also going to win. Why? I think the Titans have the best offense in the NFL. Maybe along with the Chiefs, of course. I think the Titans are going to outscore. But the Steelers win, the Titans win. The Colts get knocked out. And honestly, that's a very, very good possibility. So let's see what else happens. Honestly, I think this is going to be the outcome. But let's go to week 17. And honestly, if you notice, the Steelers lose, right? And this means that the Bills clinch second seed. This means they cannot beat the Chiefs for the first seed because, Chiefs winning out. That's obvious. The Bills, if they lose this game and the Steelers win, as you can see, nothing changes. So I believe the Bills are going to bench their starters week 17 and actually give the Dolphins the win. How weird would that be? So that's a very high possibility, and I believe that's actually going to happen. Jets, Patriots, who cares? Bengals, Ravens, this game's very important. Obviously, the Ravens are going to win. This game is very important. This is the most important game of the week, and I'll show you why. So, Titans are going to win. Colts are going to win. This game doesn't matter. This game doesn't matter. This game, it does matter. Packers are probably, I don't know. See, if this game really just decides this, but who cares? I'll give it to the Packers. I'll give this game to the Lions, Saints, Buccaneers, Raiders, Rams, Seahawks. So, now looking at this, we notice everything is similar, but one team's missing. The Browns. Are they even going to make the playoffs? Well, if they win this game, they go to third seed, and Pittsburgh drops to 6. We also notice the Colts are 5th seed now, the Dolphins are 7th seed, and the Ravens don't make the playoffs. So like I said, all that matters is if the Pittsburgh Steelers win or lose. So let's see every possible scenario. My opinions on this game, I have no idea. Pittsburgh could start playing better on offense, but to be honest with you, I think the Browns are probably going to win. And if they do win this game, look at that. They play them again the week after. How weird would that be? There's no other case scenario. The Bills win. Steelers still say it's 6. See? So it doesn't really matter. So, week 16. Let's say the Steelers win. They beat the Colts at home. The Titans win. We go to week 17, and let's say the Steelers lose. Dolphins win. The Colts aren't even in the playoffs. Look at that. Let's say the Dolphins lose. The Steelers, the 3rd seed, would host the Baltimore Ravens, 6th seed. No one wants to see that as a Steelers fan. And the Bills will be playing the Indianapolis Colts. So if you think about it, the Bills control their fate. The Bills can win this game and play a better team, or they could purposely... Oh, never mind. So, yes, this game is very important because even if this game really, the AFC playoff picture really does revolve around the Steelers-Colts game. Why? Because if the Steelers win this game, the Colts probably won't even make the playoffs. But if the Steelers win this game and the Titans lose, the Colts still aren't even in the playoffs. Why? Because the Colts lost to the Browns head-to-head, and they also lost to the Ravens head-to-head. I do not believe they played the Dolphins, but they must have a worse conference record than the Dolphins. Look at that. How weird is that? So week 16, even if the Titans lose, and the Colts lose. Titans make the playoffs, Colts don't make the playoffs. How weird is that? So let's say the Bills win. Now we see the Dolphins are kicked out, and the Colts get the 7th seed. Dolphins win. The Bills play the Ravens. So, it really just depends on who the Bills would rather play. Do the Bills purposely beat the Dolphins or purposely try to win and play the Colts? Or do they purposely lose, bench their starters, and then in return play the Baltimore Ravens, debatably better than every team in the AFC? They had a rough stretch, but the Baltimore Ravens are scary. You can't deny. So this game is very important for the Colts, because if the Bills win, Colts make it. Dolphins lose, Dolphins win, they make it. You see how weird this is? Okay, and this game, let's see. Let's say the Steelers win and the Dolphins. Alright, if the Steelers win week 16, then the Bills are definitely going to win, right? Okay, that's common sense. So let's say this happens. The Steelers win week 16, and the Bills, they start their starters because they want to win. Then what happens? It looks like the Bills stay at 2, and they play the Colts. Steelers stay at 3, they play the Cleveland Browns at 6. Titans 4 play the number 5 Baltimore Ravens. I honestly think this is a very good possibility too. But let's say, the Bills, they're forced to play in this game because they don't know if the Steelers are going to win against the Browns. Let's say the Steelers lose. What happens? Only one thing happens. The Steelers control their fate. Would they rather play the Baltimore Ravens? Definitely not. Or the Cleveland Browns. They're both scary, but definitely not the Baltimore Ravens. They're a scarier team. So if you're asking me, Pittsburgh's definitely trying to win this game because they don't want to play the Baltimore Ravens. But at the same time, if they do win this game, they'll have to play the same team the following week. So it really just does come down to if the Colts beat the Steelers or the Steelers beat the Colts. See how much of a difference this makes. Because if the Colts win this game, the Dolphins probably win this game because Bills do not need to start. Steelers, they need a win. And if they do, they remain 4. And they play the Titans. Look at that. If they lose, they drop to 6, play the Browns 2 weeks in a row. No one would like to see that. And the Ravens don't even make the playoffs. How scary is that? So, that's it. We look at all these comments, kind of crazy comments. But that is it. It really just do come down to who wins this game right here. Because the Colts, if they lose, they might not even make the playoffs. Why? Because of the Dolphins. And the Ravens, they beat the Colts head-to-head. So the Colts, they better start trying. Obviously, they're playing good. But is it good enough to beat the Steelers? Probably not. We'll see. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Adios.